Vanakkam.
The monthly news bulletin of Yarl Marai Alai TV. News editor Reverend Father Anton Stephen. I am Dilani Edward Nathan.
I am Modalil Bahiradan.
First, the headlines. May the risen Lord, who flung open the doors of the tomb, open our hearts to respond to the needs of the others. Right Reverend Dr. Gnanapragasam, the Bishop of Jaffna.
The visit of Our Lady of Madhu to the Jaffna Diocese is also a visit to see if we have the resurrected Christ in our lives. Reverend Father Jebaratnam, the Vicar-General of the Jaffna Diocese.
Reverend Father Anton Wyman Croos, appointed as the new Bishop of Ratnapura Diocese.
True religious harmony cannot be established if the rulers do not come forward with a commitment. Commission for Justice and Peace, Diocese of Jaffna.
Now the news in detail. The Bishop of the Diocese of Jaffna, Right Reverend Dr. Gnanapragasam, said in his Easter message, "May the risen Lord, who flung open the doors of the tomb, open our hearts to the needs of the disadvantaged, the poor, the vulnerable, the unemployed, the outcast, and all those who knock at our doors in search of bread, refuge, and acknowledgement of their human dignity." He also mentioned in this message that Easter is not only about the forgiveness of sins, but also about the temporal and eternal glorification of every human soul who dies and rises with Christ. He also pointed out that the message of the cross given by Jesus through his teachings and his lived example is certainly challenging. Each one of us is called to the same depth of self-surrender of our lives to the Father's will.
The Vicar-General of the Diocese of Jaffna, Reverend Father Jebaratnam, said in his Easter message that the visit of Our Lady of Madhu to the Diocese of Jaffna renews our faith life and also introspects us whether we have the resurrected Christ in our lives. He also mentioned that spending our Eastertide in the presence of Our Lady of Madhu this year is a special blessing for all the people of the Diocese of Jaffna. And she is coming to meet us not only to hear our needs, but also to see if we have Jesus in our lives, who was born, suffered, and died for us in this world. Further, he said that when our Lord Jesus was hanging on the cross, showed his mother to John, saying, "Behold your mother." She accepted the whole human race under her motherly care. Mother Mary's visit is an expression of such care and concern that she has for us.
Reverend Father Anton Wyman Croos has been appointed as the new Bishop of Ratnapura Diocese by His Holiness Pope Francis. Belonging to the Diocese of Chilau, he completed his priestly education at the Minor Seminary of Chilau and the National Seminary of Our Lady of Langa, Kandy, and Whittier. He was ordained as a priest of Chilau Diocese in 2000. Serving in various parishes in the diocese, he completed his higher education at the University of Naples, Italy. Following the retirement of the Bishop of Ratnapura Diocese, Right Reverend Dr. Cletus Chandrasri Pereira, at the age of 76, His Holiness has appointed Reverend Father Anton Wyman Croos as the new Bishop of Ratnapura Diocese.
Protests were held in many places to condemn the violence unleashed by the Sri Lankan police against the Hindu priest, a member of parliament, and the public who were preparing for worship at the Vadukanarimmalai Shivan temple on Shivaratri. Commission for Justice and Peace of the Catholic Diocese of Jaffna issued a statement condemning the violence that took place on the 11th of March. The report states that despite of the court's permission to conduct worship in a peaceful manner, such acts of state violence are not legitimate and religious harmony is being undermined by these activities. The report further emphasizes that true religious harmony cannot be established if the rulers do not come forward with a commitment to immediately stop such insolent activities that disrupt religious harmony.
The Christmas Mass for the Diocese of Jaffna was held on the 25th of March at St. Mary's Cathedral, Jaffna. The Bishop of the Diocese of Jaffna, Right Reverend Dr. Justin Gnanapragasam, presided over the Mass in which holy oils were blessed and the priests renewed their priestly promises. And the Chrism Mass for the Diocese of Manna was held on the same day at St. Sebastian's Cathedral, Manna, presided over by the Bishop of Manna, Right Reverend Dr. Emmanuel Fernando.
The annual staging of the Passion Play, wherewith Thirumagan of Thirumarai Kalamandram, took place on 21st, 22nd, 23rd and 24th of March. Thousands of devotees watched this play, which was staged for 4 days with the participation of more than 200 artists on and behind the stage, along with enormous stage structure, scenery, live music and lighting. The script for this play, World Thirumagan, was written by the founder of Thirumarai Kalamandram, the late Reverend Father Marai Alai, and staged under the direction of Mr. Dhairyanathan Justin Jellod.
The 38th convocation of the University of Jaffna took place from the 14th to the 16th of March 2024 at the indoor stadium of the university. In this convocation, chaired by the Chancellor of the University, Professor Siva Subramaniam Padmanathan, 2,873 students received degrees. 2 gold medals, the Pulavaramudu Gold Medal and the Father S.J. Emmanuel Gold Medal, were introduced and awarded. One for the best student in undergraduate studies of Christian civilization and the other for the best student in the postgraduate studies of Christian civilization, conducted by the Department of Christian and Islamic Civilizations. Miss Helen Verlaini Kunasurier was awarded the Pulavaramudu Gold Medal and Miss Lakshana Natchatram was awarded the Father S.J. Emmanuel Gold Medal. Also, it is noteworthy that in the 5th session of this convocation, 6 students received their bachelor's degree in Christian civilization, and in the 7th session, 36 students of the first batch of Master of Christian Studies received their master's degrees. The achievements of the students of Christian civilization in this convocation are a milestone in the growth of the department.
With the aim of preparing people for the elections, an election awareness program echoing the theme "Let's move towards incorruptible politics" was held by the Marchwal movement in front of the Central Bus Stand, Kilinochchi on the 12th of March. In this event, organized by the coordinator of the movement, Reverend Father Sabajiban, children, youth and women's organizations jointly distributed election-related awareness leaflets. The leaflet made descriptions on 8 aspects that the public and political parties should consider in the process of selecting good leaders during the parliamentary, provincial and local council elections. The March 12 movement was formed by civil society organizations in 2015 with the aim of creating an incorruptible political culture.
A meeting between the members of the Kurunagar Fishermen Association and the Bishop of the Diocese of Jaffna, Right Reverend Dr. Justin Gnanapragasam, was held on the 21st of March at the Bishop's house. In this meeting, an elaborating discussion was made on the problems that fishermen will face in the future due to the Sri Lankan government's plan to lease marine resources to foreign countries.
The release of the book Valibadu Valvakama on the liturgy, written by Reverend Father James Surendra OMI, was held on the 3rd of March at the Ahavali Family Services Center. At this event, chaired by Reverend Father Jahan Kumar Kunye OMI, the mother of Reverend Father James Surendra OMI released the first copy of the book, and the Vicar-General of the Diocese of Jaffna, Reverend Father Jebaratnam, presented the evaluation of the book. The Provincial of the Congregation of OMI, Reverend Father Jayantet Pachek, and the Vicar-General of the Diocese of Jaffna, Reverend Father Jebaratnam, were the chief guests at this event. The Director of Colombo St. Joseph's Theological College, Tamil Department, Reverend Father Reginald Lucian, was a special guest. The Rector of St. Francis Xavier Seminary, Kolumbudurai, Reverend Father Kribakaran, the Indian Provincial Superior of the Somaskan Congregation, Reverend Father Agnal Amalan, the Liturgical Commission Director of the Diocese of Mannar, Reverend Father Anton Devaraj, the Lecturer of the Christian Civilization Department of the University of Jaffna, Mrs. Mary Winifreda Surendra Raja, the Development Officer of the Christian Religious Affairs Department, Mrs. Josephine Jalini Premnath, and the Managing Director of Royal Flour Mills, Mr. Balanathan Prashant, also graced the occasion as honorable guests.
Reverend Father Christian was priest of Marai Diocese, passed away on the 10th of March. As one of the senior priests of the Diocese of Marai, he lived an exemplary life with spiritual maturity. He worked closely with the former Bishop of the Diocese of Marai, the late Right Reverend Dr. Rayappa Joseph, and served the war-affected people. To end the monthly news bulletin, here are the headlines once again. May the risen Lord, who flung open the doors of the tomb, open our hearts to respond to the needs of the others. Right Reverend Dr. Gnanapragasam, the Bishop of Jaffna.
The visit of Our Lady of Madhu to the Jaffna Diocese is also a visit to see if we have the resurrected Christ in our lives. Reverend Father Jebaratnam, the Vicar-General of the Jaffna Diocese.
Reverend Father Anton Wyman Croos, appointed as the new Bishop of Ratnapura Diocese.
True religious harmony cannot be established if the rulers do not come forward with a commitment. Commission for Justice and Peace, Diocese of Jaffna.
Thank you for watching.
Vanakkam.
Vanakkam.